So, yeah, as we've mentioned before, that is a bit of a goal. Is I'm going to try and build a shiny living dex from scratch and see what happens. Like brand new save files, all the same trainer ID. Also work a bit on my actual decks as well. Like my living form dex is as good as done. I'll be honest, um, it's not in a bad place whatsoever. It's just I haven't really. A lot came from Go, a lot of different trainer IDs. I just want them all to be the same. Wow. Oh, why do I get the bad Pokemon? You might as well come in if you want. It's not going to be difficult, this one. Um, Welcome in, boy from Belgium. How's it going? We've only just started. We beat Larry and Nimona last time, but we did lose our Bramblegast. So there's that. I'm just doing my 2 allotted raids before we go too much further because we've got to prepare for the Ghost Gem. I haven't spun the wheel yet. So, yeah. I know this is a very, very easy raid, but I like to open it up so everyone can join in and feel like they're part of the challenge. So no DAs today. Yeah, so as I said, I've been working a bit towards my trackers for my shiny living dexes. I'm doing a form one, so I've got a new app on the computer called the Super Effective Dex Tracker. I've also got the Shiny Dex Tracker. I did see that you got a load of shinies yesterday. You really flew through some. It was very good to see. But they're also going to be a little bit of Let's Play models because at the end of the day, I'm also going to have to make brand new saves. So there is that. So that's what my plan will be. I think it can still be fun. Like, it will still involve DAs. There'll be some barbecue sessions, but there will be some that are more less involved, shall we say. Yeah, so that'll be kind of what it is. Oh, they are nice shines. So I really hate hunting the Makahita because it's a very, very small change, but the Hariyama is very nice. What what move do you need on your Azumarill? Belly drum or? And what shall we call the Yangoose? That's another option. Because you need to do all of that. You need to catch something with belly drum to teach it belly drum, don't you? I think it's a horrible method because you've got to go and get that mirror herb thing. Teeth. What about Doctor Teeth from the Muppets? If we're going to use teeth, let's go full Muppets. Now we can sit in the party, it's not going to get used. The only thing that's going to probably change between here is I believe I can get to the Chansey spawn area now. Blissey spawn area more. So we'll go here and do one here as well quickly. And then we will spin the Wheel of Destiny and then try to put together a team. There will probably be some encounters we need to make, but I'm not sure what I want to go for yet. Again, I don't know my team, so let's just... Oh, we've got a Geodude, that's okay, we can skip that one. What is it? You got to make sure Belly Drum is one of the moves the Pokemon knows, and Belly Drum has been... Yes, yes. That's how I built mine up as well. And I'm assuming the Makahita will help with that. or Hariyama. I think I was lazy and used my iron hands. This new. We've got a sentry already. So that's 2 busts. I've done my encounter up here, so it doesn't really matter if I bump into something, right? Yeah, it'd be safer to stick to the places I've done my encounters. But I will show the wheel, and you can all guess what type we're going to get for the ghost gym. Yes, yes. I get it completely. And I think if you haven't already got the metal herb, it's in the town, the water gym town, Chancy store, or whatever it's called, the Delibird store. Because I think it's weird that some of them aren't quite different, but still. Yeah, so that will be my long term goal, that we're going to work on those brand new saves. Like, as I said, there'll be a sword and a shield save, so there'll be DAs still. I'll be open to anything. We've already got a swine up as well. Great. Do I really want to just keep going? I'm not having much luck with these. So we'll do DAs still. We'll do stuff in this game. There will be a Legends Arceus Day. And again, the long plan will be probably to have 2 saves of ZA, depending on whether it is multiplayer or not. I don't really know yet. Oh, we don't have this. This will be a good one to get. I'll set this up. I will want to change my Pokemon though. Very good. That's the thing. Like, once you're in the end game, items are so easy to come by. Like, even if you go through your treasure chests, that's just the crap you pick up. You'll just make so much money. And then you add in, once you've unlocked the 4 extra Pokemon as such, or areas in Blueberry Academy, you just pretty much spam the hell out of that machine. Then you'll be fine. Nothing's actually very good level, is it? We have a high level Tink. That'll do. We are ready to go. Yeah, so you unlock those 3 extra spawns, and then you can just use that machine just to spam the items, and the amount of items you get, like, as long as you make sure you upgrade it to Master Ball, you'll get endless Terra Shards, endless of all of the crap you're never going to use, like nuggets and stuff like. That's why my main save has like 5 million in the bank, and still a load I don't need. It's crazy just how good it is. So that's the thing I like about it. But I'm slightly worried it might not be as popular, my rebuilding my shiny living decks from scratch. But as I say, I'm still going to be doing DAs and stuff. So I feel like it should still be something people enjoy. If I'm honest, and if they don't, they don't. I might go quite heavy on the DAs because the legends are going to take the longest, so there is that too. But I can't even prep any of it because the idea is to make a brand new profile on the Switch too, not one on here and have the games ready to go. When it comes to the living dexes, I will just be putting them in. We may try and do one of them on like part of the challenge on stream maybe, but just completing a living dex normal, not shiny, is not going to be too fun. But as we said, we can do union circles, so now maybe if we do union circles, for example, between like me and you, Dragon, we could try and hunt the Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Vulpix on the other one's save. That could work as well, and the same with the fossils. Anybody got a name for a Duskull? And then we'll get the Wheel of Destiny up. I know that like these are not as like this sort of challenge is fun to watch in places, but it's not as interactive. But I try to make it as interactive as possible. That's the key thing. So that is our 2 raid encounters. Let's get the Wheel of Destiny up. Right, so here are our types. We have Steel, Psychic, Normal, Dragon, Poison, Flying and Water left. Any guesses on what we might get? Because this could be easy or hard depending on what we get here. I don't really know what one I want. Part of me just wants to use Normal to get it out the way. You're going with Dragon. Anybody else want to have a guess? Dragon is not terrible, but one of the Pokemon does have an ice move. So I've got to be very careful with that, and we would have to go and catch some dragons too. I think I've only got Appleton at the moment, so that's not a great one. So, okay, I will spin the wheel, and let's see. The only one I don't want is Psychic, I'll be honest. And it looks like it's going to be my request of Normal. Oh, very interesting. Remove. Okay, so we can hide that for a minute. I don't know if we're actually going to come back and do anything with that again. Very nice. As I said, Hariyama is much, much nicer to see. I'll give it that. It's a nice shiny. I can now go full screen here. Because I was waiting till this spot, I thought we wouldn't go full screen. The problem is, I don't have too many great Pokemon to pick here. Now, a lot of them will learn moves like Bite. So I'm automatically eliminating using any of the flying types because the ace here is an electric type. Has an electric move. So I feel like that would be a no-no. So I'm just putting all my normal types into my squad. And what else? We've all got Centric. Well, we get rid of you. We don't actually need you again till the end. We can make sure we just move everything out the way for a minute. So we don't really have any really good ones. I've only got 4 Pokemon. Oh, actually I've got this as well, haven't I? This can be good. It has poison. I probably would want to protect that a little bit more. But it does have things like U-turn, which could be really good. So we may take this as well. But I think Furret could actually hit quite hard. The Chonk... well, Strong Jaw on that could be very good if it learns Crunch. Got a lot of levels to get on it though. We'll take Gengar out for now. Because we will still need Gengar. Actually, no, why do we take Gengar out? We should take Skeledirge out because we can't use it anymore. Oh yeah, we'll use Gengar to level up a bit. So as I said, if I can get to the next area, I would start looking into working out which ones of these I can use. So there is that. That is a good thing. As we said, I do have a couple. I have 2 normal flying types, but the Toxtricity has discharge, so I don't really want to use that. None of them have really funky terrors, so there's that as well, and that's not good. Of all of the places we still need to get encounters, we have South Area 6, which is a bit too high. We still have East 2, but I said I'm probably saving that for Bronzor. The sea is obviously water. We still have Tag Tree Thicket, which we can mess around with a little bit in there. There's not anything truly great though, like for what we still need to do. So that might be one, what I call a late encounter, because I think the only sort of things I think I need is sort of like a Murkrow, maybe Dedenne, but we've used it. No, so most of the types we've used, so we don't really want to mess around in there. We can go and do the Daslipa Passage, however it's pronounced, and the Glaciado Mountain, but that's going to be a nice plenty to pick from. I'm not going to lie. I want to try and save that as much as possible, but it will definitely be an ice type. Same with the Passage, I think. They'll both be my two ice types. In the west, we've still got area 2 and 3, which we haven't touched. They were ones I could look at because, like, Persian might be good for speed. Again, we're only thinking for one battle, so it's if this doesn't look like a good team, you never know. And in Kitakami, we've got Crystal Pool, which again, there's a couple of really good encounters there. I can go to the Kitakami Wilds, but I think like the only normal type there is a Greedent. Don't want to waste it on a Greedent. And the Fellhorn Gorge, nothing really stands out. There's a few water types. One other thing I was thinking of maybe doing today was actually moving on the Kitakami storyline. Welcome in, the one. How are you today? We're back on our TypeLocke today. We sort of mix between the two. And the goal of this is to be every gym in Scarlet and Violet with a different type selected at random. And we've just spun normal for the Ghost Gym. So that's really good for typing. I've just got to train all of these up, really. I can only use 4 of them. I'm going to see what moves they can all learn. But as I said, I haven't really done the Kitakami storyline, so it might be an idea to go and start that. Most of the battles are level... The highest one is the Melodic at level 30. Maybe not do the Titan battles yet. So I may just move it along a little bit. But we'll see how things go, because it will involve a bit of ogre ousting, which is a bit boring. So let's do that. Right, where do we need to go? No, we are on the right map. Where we need to go there. Okay. I probably should look to see if Gengar can learn any better moves, actually. And where are we? There's chat. Too many tabs when I'm doing this. But we have to get this normal team up to level... What level is it? Level 42. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do today. And my only Pokemon that's of any use is going to be Gengar for most of this. I know I've got 2 battles, then I've got to go and do some ogre ousting. Any suggestions on normal types that could be better than my selection, I'm open to. I half expect a lot of them to die. I do have some flying types, but the problem is one of them has an ice move and one of them also has an electric move, so I've kind of eliminated them. Zangoose is an option, but I don't think I can get it yet. All the locations we've been to, I've already dealt with normal types an encounter. So I think Zangoose is only South Area 5, and we did that. Slackoff is an option. It's one that I know of, but I've never used one because I know it's very, very powerful. And welcome in, Hareswood. Welcome to the TypeLocke. I know like Slackoff is a very good one for bulk. I was hoping I could try to cheese it with these all evolving. Well, for 4 of them. Like Furret is fast and probably can learn Bite. This has Strong Jaw. Congratulations on finishing the Nuzlocke. I believe this has some stuff I might be able to work with. So there is a chance we can go and get one of them a bit later as well, because it'll be high level. Because that is one of the areas I still have an encounter for, is the south, no, in the west area, 2 or 3. Because we nominate the types between each battle, if I don't need to catch something, I'm not catching stuff just for it, just mainly. Very nice. Which shiny did you manage to get? I haven't had much luck with the shinies, to be honest. Nice. That is a rare one to get as well. I know it's this sign I've got to talk to, isn't it? And then Kieran will want a battle. Is that in Sword and Shield you got the Zatu, or in the Dynamaxes? Oh, nice shiny, that one. It's one that apparently I may have missed when I was shiny hunting in the past. It was probably one that I think was one of the only ones that was a missed fail rather than a killed fail. Nice. Okay, I get that. I know it's one of the Zatu and that line are horrible to go for. I do still need the shiny Latias, yes. Landorus even. But because I'm doing 2 challenges at once, I'm doing the TypeLocke, because when you only do Dynamax adventures, you get a little bit burnt out, because we've been doing them nearly 6 days a week since the beginning of April, so we wanted to do this on the side. So every other day is TypeLocke, Dynamax adventures. And especially when you're only hunting for one thing, it really gets to you that I'm not so bad when it's a mixture of different legendaries, because I like the team building idea of it. But when you're always going for Landorus, we're pretty much always going for the same Pokemon, and I get a little bit tired of doing the same legendary over and over and over again. So that's why I need a break each day. But to be fair, it was like 3 or 4 legendaries at a time we were on, so like we had Thunderous, Tornadus, and Reshiram and Kiram on the go. Someone got Zekrom really early, and 2 of them I believe were caught when I was hosting them. Well, that's no good. But then I guess Sableye was used more for setting up, maybe. I haven't done the Kitakami storyline in so long. But we're well over leveled for the first few stages, so I don't really have too many problems with this. I don't think it can hurt me too much against my Gengar. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, it's got Prankster, I believe. If not, if I'm not mistaken. Fair enough. I have done this a couple of times, so don't worry. I know the whole storyline. I've played this game through right to the Terapagos about 4 times. And once was like my proper save, what I would call my proper save. Once was just to get basically we did a Soul Link. I've done these Nuzlocks, and I've played through it just so many times. That's why I'm not really reading much of the storylines, because I've played it too much and I don't really like this. I get tired of the story rather than I don't like it. That's not what this challenge is. This challenge is to see whether we can beat the game with just normal type Pokemon. Or no, different types. So don't worry, I know all of the stories.
This drink, I like it.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Another!
The very long-term goal of this challenge is to actually beat the Petulant. But I don't know whether we will get that far. But the other side of it is, when it comes to like the Perrin quest, I will need to do a bit of manipulation, shall we say, on Nuzlocke rules to get it unlocked. But it may be sort of post-game stuff anyway. So once it's over, I can just pop up the save, fill out the Pokédex, and go and get those 2 legendaries that will elude me for ages. Paradox ones. Just to have a couple more spare as well. Because I don't have any other DLC on my Scarlet save. And unless some good money comes this way, there won't be any more. I won't be doing it for a long time, because at the end of the day, the only thing you get for it is 2 fancy legendaries that you can't shiny hunt. So, yeah, we'll get there eventually, but not right now. It's different when you get both Sword and Shields DLC, because being able to get multiple legendaries is really good. Especially shiny. And again, once we start this new challenge, I would maybe be doing DAs on 2 switches at once. And if the old switch off stream or on stream gets legendaries, they will be put into the vault to be claimed for gifted subs. But we haven't got enough to really commit to setting that up yet. I've got about 4 requires a shiny spares, and that's about it. Right, we've been up here for an encounter, so there's not much of a problem. And any of my old shinies will be available too. So there's that. Oh no, not this way. Thought that was a shiny for a minute. Let's go. Keep going up the road. Bonsai, you okay there? Did fully run and jump off the cliff? Pichu! Nothing too interesting up here, is there? Like, we've done the encounter anyway. Our encounter here was the swine up. Because we needed a nice type, basically. But then I found I could have got it somewhere else. But it's worked out in my favour. So we'll just make our way here. And fight Kieran. I just want to double check this isn't difficult. I just don't want to, like... level 15, 16. Okay, we'll be fine. I probably could have put a different Pokemon in the team, but nah. We should be fine. He's got a Poliwag, a Yanma, and a Burret. Burret might hurt, but not enough to knock me out. So let's see how this goes. Me personally, or just in general by playing the game? Because I think if it's in-game, it should have like a brighter spark around it. I can't really show you on this save. That's the problem, because I haven't unlocked them. But if I was on my other save, I could show you what they are. But basically, if it's a 6 or 7, the type symbol should be sort of a very dark, sort of black colour still, instead of like all of the colours associated with them. But there should be like a spark around the 5-star ones as well that's the same, if that makes sense. Okay, I thought you could tell the 5-star ones, but it's been a while since I really hunted them. Then maybe that's right then. But I think once you finish the game, more will be 5-star anyway, won't it? I can't remember what the lowest is once you finish the game, whether it is 3-star or not. Wait, I have to hope it attacks. It's not attacking, that's not good. Okay, fine. You want to play silly games? Will play silly games? Why can't you? Fair enough. You don't usually get too many 5-stars on the map. He's basically PP stalling me, isn't he? Well, two of us can play at this game. Harrison, you want to play the game? You're going to die. Okay, you've decided to dig to be annoying. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's not much you can really get out of a 5-star either, from what I remember. This will hurt, but not too much. Now, there's certain Pokemon you really need to sort of target if you're doing the den battles. Really. I don't actually think this can hit me now. It's got quick attack, fury swipes. Okay. We'll put you out because you're higher level, and we'll U-turn you. Verify. There's a certain couple of locations that are really, really good, but I can't really say which ones are the best right now. I can never remember. That makes sense, like things like Snorlax and stuff. But if you just want to herb a farm and you've got a very, very reliable one, the best thing to do is look at like the bot battles online. There's some people that host like bot raids. Just don't catch the Pokemon and you can get like 9 herber like per raid. Pretty quick. You basically just need a Screecher or a Pokemon that hits. You should be fine for all of them. Okay. Then it's sort of things like, I think it's like Snorlax and Blissies, and it's more the fully evolved Pokemon that got introduced later in the games, like as in DLC and stuff. They'll be your best bets. I don't personally have the guide for it. We could have a quick look somewhere, because I think I know someone who does. Because I keep joining so many random Discords, I think some people have different guides. The problem is I can't edit if you do send a link. I've tried it before, it just deletes all the links and I can't figure out how to take that off. Shiny sandwich. Right. Where was it? Does it show me this here? Let's see, can I copy that and paste it myself? There we go. That should be, that's the one that Dragon just tried to share. I don't know how to change it because of how the Twitch is set up. And there was one that sort of told you which Pokemon drop the most that I had somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Where was it? I definitely saw. Oh, here we go. Herber drop rates. So if you're ready to write down the Pokemon, it is meant to be Poliwrath, Snorlax, Dusknoir, Mandibuzz, Lapras, Alolan Muck, Galarian, Slowbro, Basculegion, Kingdra, Porygon, and Malamar. They have the highest Herber drops, apparently. Yeah. So yeah, they're the ones, but then it also sort of changes depending on It seems to be a bit of a rotation system of what's good and what's not, to be honest. It is quite difficult to find the right ones, to be honest. I completely get why it's frustrating. Because I think you only get like 1 or 2 5-stars a day. And you want the easiest possible ones, don't you, really? So that's like the frustrating part with it. Like, and then you want to be able to get the shiny free power. I don't know if you have much luck with the Academy meal with the 1-star sandwich for shiny sandwich, or just the ready-made sandwiches, but I guess you still need herba for the sandwiches and everything. I will always stand by my personal opinion. The herba should come out of the Pokeball lottery machine or the item machine, because by the time you've got there, you've completed the game. So I don't see why it isn't an option early on. I completely understand not being able to buy it from day one, but if you want to be able to do the BP thing that they want you to go and play, let it be an option to have a chance at a herba wheel. Because you have the Pokeball lottery, you have the 2 times that. Why not put herba drops? Like, even if it's like 5% or something. It gives you something to really use the machine for if you don't just want all the fancy balls. Because that's the thing I've noticed. Like, I know you could, but then you can also manipulate it weird ways. There is lots of YouTube things on how to do that, but I can't remember them all. Never tried it, don't really want to. I personally just try to play the game as basically as possible. I don't like getting too involved with manipulations and modding and all that. That's not what I want to do. Like I say, I would love to play the 3DS on stream, but no capture card makes it very difficult. Right, let's continue the storyline on. I may have to give Magmar another move, because it doesn't... No, Gengar another move. Because at the moment it has very little. But I don't want to be just spamming the ghost moves, because you really are rubbish. You've got reflect type. Interesting. Interesting. We may not even use Gengar here because it is a bit rubbish. But I do need something that's strong enough just to sweep. So Gengar is probably... Well, what's the next battle? We have a Morpeko, a Swadloon, Mightyena and Poltegeist. Level... I'm rubbish with Gengar against all of them, so I don't really want to use it. But Clodsire could work for most of it. Maybe not the grass. Oh, actually, no. What could we use here? We got the poison jab. We'll use Armless. Why not? Sorry, Gengar. You don't really have, like, coverage. Probably a very nice Pokemon, but you have no coverage. I don't want to waste TMs on it yet, either. Like, we got more Peko that's going to use, like, Power Trip or Bite. Swadloon does have Grass moves, but I'm actually part Poison. Mightyena, Fire Fang, Bite Takedown, not really a problem. And again, nothing too difficult with our race. And there, we are like 13 levels higher, so there shouldn't be any problems here. It's just getting through the boring cutscenes. And as we sort of also mentioned, we are going to look at other things in this game, because there's a lot to get through. And for us, we've got, like, just to level these up to 40 is going to take a while. I've still got to get to the ghost town as well, but I don't think I can quite reach the Blissey area yet. Maybe. Depends how strong they get. but then I would have to make my encounter before. I don't really want Blissey to be my encounter. But it's the easiest way to level up late in a Nuzlocke is just put a normal encounter sandwich on and beat up Blissies. But that's what I will do between streams once I get there. All of the Pokemon that have already reached their usage in the main run, we're going to go and just beat up Blissies and get them to the level cap of... what do I consider the game? Okay, the Elite Four sort of stage of the game. So the lowest level is probably... We'll get well, actually, I should really go everybody up to... Like, we're not going to do Nimona. We're going to probably do... Oh, Clive is 60. Where's the Penny story now? Where's Penny's team? Do I put Penny's team in here? A little bit lost here. So maybe we'll know Arvin's 63. So what we'll do is we'll get everybody to Geeta's level, which is 62. And we'll do the Elite Four first. Yeah, that'll be the sensible play, really, won't it? Yes, but I can do that offline, because at the end of the day, the only reason I'm not doing it now is because I don't want to lose all my encounters or show too much. Or I want all my encounters on camera, on stream. That other bit is something I can just sort of switch my brain off and do in the background. Pretty much. So there is that. Like, again, it's easy. Blissey can't really hurt you. As long as you get your physical team out there punching, you'll be fine. And I've done it so many times, so I sort of know the best way around it. And then we go and get the mask, have to fight Carmine. I think that's her name. I've played it too much, I've forgotten. Let's move the story along. So this is the part of the other bit of the shiny hunting that's going to annoy me. It's just having to go through all of this again. Luckily this side will only be done once. The other side won't need to be done. And when it comes to Sword and Shield, I will have to finish the game at least once, so I can unlock the Swords of Justice to be shiny hunted. But I don't need to do it twice. I only need to get 5 badges on the other save. So that's not too bad. We'll probably be looking around the 3 hours again, give or take. It kind of depends where we are with the battles. Like, the dream scenario will be to actually do this ghost battle at least today. But I do also know that it could not happen. But it also depends how much of this I want to do and how much of just basic grinding. Because again, it is the grind that is boring. Of course they get 2 flinches. Because this isn't really what I call an important battle, I don't really care about using items and stuff. Did that just heal itself 3 times in a row? It's got a flinch. What is this? This seems very, very rigged. 4 times in a row? No, bye. That's how annoying that battle is. It's a one-shot. Wait, that shouldn't have been super effective because it was in dark form. That's broken the language. Lechonk is getting stronger. Now it'll want to intimidate me. Nice, did you manage to get some herba? Or did you miss out? Because hopefully you got some. Ah. it is annoying when you miss out on them. I'll be honest, like, especially when some can be tough. But I would guess you might be closer to level 100 now with your team. But I don't know. I would like to think you might be there by now. But I understand if you're not, because it depends how you've played the game as well. Bye bye. Like, the way I looked at it was, this is why I don't always like DLC. It's by the time, how much of the game have you officially done? As in, have you refaced all the gym leaders, done the Champions Cup again, etc. They're the sort of things I think you need to do to unlock 6. Or it might be you have to do X amount of 5-star raids and then you unlock 6-star raids. But the 6-star or more, I think, are more online ones. I can't be 100% sure because it's been so long since we sort of worried too much about raids on my end. So you've beaten like Terrapagos and everything, so you should have 6-star, but I think you only technically get one a day on each map at best. I think that's how it works, because the idea is they're meant to be rare. But those ones should be glaring. There we go. I thought there was something like that. But I imagine you would have done at least 15 by now. I'm not mistaken. If you finished the game, I thought you would have, but I get why you might not have, because some of them are a bit boring. You might be just targeting the things you need rather than herba farming. And also, that's something we could add to the shiny hunting streams, is we could go and try and get a group together for all the 6-star raids each day. We do the Scarlet and Violet runs. So on paper, we would have Dragon 3, we could have my 3, 2 other people who are playing. We could have that, so we could all like herba farm together that way. And that's something we can do. Which again is kind of what we're looking to do, just to make it very interactive. I don't want to be just shiny hunting. I just like the conversation while shiny hunting. And that's our biggest goal. It's always been the goal when we play this game. I don't need to worry, there's no more battles to go. And there's a picnic stop here. But what should I ever pick as the first shiny in the new decks? And then I've also got to do some work. Okay, is that to guarantee the 5-star raid, or are you just doing the resetting the clock type thing? Yeah, so as we said, we'll be replaying through Sword Shield, Let's Go, Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet with brand new profiles. And there's a couple you get, don't you, from some of those gym leaders, but I think you only get a couple once you've done it once or twice. I think there was another one where if you had got all of the picnic, or you've interacted with all of the picnics and got all of like the mats or tablecloths or something, you might get some herba, but I'm not completely sure if that's true. Right, so now we have to go and find Kieran, who will be stood next to something. But when we do replay through them, we are speedrunning them. Like we might do sword and shield. What we'll do is we may do one gym and go back and do DAs for the day, and then do the next gym and go back to DAs. Just sort of run through the game till we get to gym 5 and get the shiny charm. That may be the goal. But there's no point putting everything in. I believe he did get the Coridon, yes. Because he's on Scarlet. Well, yeah. Because he was asking how the battle works, because some of them are you guarantee the catch sort of things. Right, these side stories really are boring, aren't they? No, it was fun first time, but after a while it got a little bit boring, and I'm not really achieving much. It can't be shiny, no. They've shiny locked all of the legendaries in this game, so there's no worries, including like the Swords of Ruin and all of the Paradox legendaries and the Loyal Free and Ogapon. They're all shiny locked. So they've introduced all of these new Pokemon, but you can't do anything with them. So that's the sad part of this game. And even the ones you unlock from doing the barbecue stuff, they're all shiny locked as well. Which I think is what caused a lot of frustration with the fans, because like, why give us all just a copy of a legendary? Like, at least Sword and Shield offered you the Tapus and other things that had been shiny locked in Ultra Sun. That would have been a lot more fun. But I guess it's their way of maybe deciding what happens in the future. Let's see. I always remember how to do ogre ousting. I did once try to do the hard version of it. Like try and get the shiny Munchlax, but didn't get very far. Sadly. Where are the blue ones? There they are. I know I could do this a lot faster, but I just don't care. I just don't really like it anymore, especially this map. Oh, I still need another red one, don't I? Why did I not see that? Red. That's not red, that's... I don't know if you can actually just fail this, or whether you actually have to do it. Right. Oh no, I had the red. Oh, I'm seeing things. Right. I forgot which one I was targeting. Right, that's the first bit. I know for a fact you don't really need to do too much. You can do 1, 2, 3 in one go. And the old strat was to come here. So what have we got? Black, blue, and yellow. How many black do I need? I need 4 black. I need 5 blue. And I need 6 yellow. And 5 reds. Okay. Where are the reds? There are the reds. Let's get them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this was like the closest to an interactive game you got in this one, wasn't it? It is doable. Like, you can have some fun with it. If you want to go for level 10, you can get yourself a shiny Munchlax. It's fine. It is doable. I've seen people do it. I haven't actually done it myself, but we got to level 10 and missed out by like 2, so I know it can be done. And this should be a perfect 30 that you need. So that's why you come as far away as possible and you just pick them off here. I need 7 blue. You just got to make sure you don't get more than you need of anything, or you will miss out, or you'll have to go back and do more. We need some more. 2, 3, and 4. That's 6. We need one more blue and a lot more red. Red, red, red. That's 8 red, so we need one more blue. We've got to be careful. We only want one, and now we want to just collect all of the yellowy, greeny ones. Doesn't help when you're colourblind. Right. Where are the green ones, please? Oh, one short again. Okay, there they are. Is that when he kept getting attacked by Tapu Koko and stuff? So this could be something we do one day on stream. Try and do ogre ousting. See if we can get to level 10. Get everyone a free shiny Munchlax. I think the sad thing is the people that wanted to get them shiny Munchlax have already done it. And the people that haven't got them keep missing out because they just do something wrong. Usually me. I'm not the best at it. So that's this bit done. Do we go and do the next bit with Kieran? Do we just go back to training? Next battle is a bit harder actually. I might not do that one. Actually we get the XP charm. That might help a lot. So we're going to leave this. We'll get to finish the night. We'll go and see the ogre thing. Oh yes. Yeah, you're just shiny hunting and then you'll probably do the paradox stuff, won't you? Yes, that's the plan. And I think that's for both of us really. We're both looking at ways of doing shiny living dexes. Now, there's a lot to do for it though, isn't there? So I can train everyone else up to level 45 as long as it's not a normal type. Okay, well, we may, as we said, we're just going to go and trigger this cutscene with the ogre pawn, and then we'll go get the morning sorted. Hydrated, out of stock, is it? I thought it was on a 5-minute cooldown, but let's have a look. It was, somebody came in and literally spammed it, so I had to put it on a cooldown. Somebody did like about 10 in like 30 seconds, just because it was available. What is hydrate under then? Let's have a look. Um, 100 per stream, 5. That's interesting. It's even got the limit. Let's see. Because it should definitely be working, so what's wrong with it?
Yeah. This drink, I like it.
The only thing is it may consider... We will up that to 10 then. The only thing I could think of is maybe it's on a bit of a cooldown if you did 4 yesterday. And it might treat it as 24 hours, not per stream. If I go through here, You did. Well, you only did one yesterday, so I don't know. It says I can have more, but I don't know. It seems to be working. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm not going to do any more battles over here. I do have the XP charm now, so I should get a little bit more health or XP when we're doing this leveling up. We may do the normal and just spam some outbreaks. Preferably in somewhere where we've got some good levels. Like, it just depends really what the outbreaks are, I guess. I'm still trying to understand channel points, to be honest. It's just one of those weird things where you just got to balance everything, because some people don't touch them, other people like to interact with them, and it's fine either way. Like, I'm the same. I'll use it the odd one here or there on people's streams, but not like all the time. But according to my thing, it says I can have 5 per stream or something. What's your main goal from the rewards, may I ask? Are you going to try to save enough for a... I don't really know how I would do the shiny claim for you if you haven't got the NSO, but we'll have to figure out a way. A legendary hunt. Okay. At least we've got DAs for that. That's my backup for all of that. That'll be my legendary hunting method. We will just be going through DAs. And that's a good total, I believe. That's what, 40,000 I made that in the end. Or did I make that 250? 250,000. Yeah, I decided to protect myself. When I first had the points, I had them a lot lower. Fair enough. Requires not too bad either. And that's why I upped them, because the more people, when I first started, there wasn't many people who had any. I wanted people to use them, so I'm trying to balance them up to be a bit more natural for the people that have been around the longest. But it has to be a legendary I can actually shiny hunt. If I can't shiny hunt Zacian, I'm not going to be able to do it. There is no way of doing it. At least with Rayquaza. I want to get the other saves ready as well to start with. Once I have the other saves set up, at least a shiny charm in a sword, violet, and probably PLA, then I might reduce them a bit. But until I've got them all sorted, I don't want to go too low too early. As we said, when we're doing this full shiny living dex from scratch, that's kind of what will be part of it. People can then pick the next hunt. I really want to be able to just do random encounters in Sword and Shield and not breed. So there is that. And of course, I will probably up the channel point redemption for shinies that I've got that are available. Like claim a free shiny is 20k. I may make that 40, give or take. I'm not completely sure yet, to be honest. It's sort of, we're working out what we want. Pick the Sword and Shield hunt will probably go up to 50, and the Scarlet and Violet one, we may keep at 10, but we may go to 20. But that's kind of because the more people watch, the more they will get. But then I might also, as I say, put in the legendary duplicates, which at the moment is pretty much anything we caught in the April DAs and some Rayquazas will be gifted sub only. So if somebody gifts 5 or 10 subs, that is what they can receive. A ghost one, that is going to be a fun one to do, because there's not too many early root ghosts, but then you do get Skeledirge, so you've got Skeledirge, Ghastly, at least for the first couple of gyms. Then you'll, if you can get the special flower, you could use an Oricorio, which might be quite fun. Shuppet, Bramblegast, the other one, I forgot what it's called. So there's some really good ones to use. Of course you would, because there's no ice types to use at the beginning of the game. I remember I've tried it. Oh, this one might not be a terrible one to just go and beat up. I know they're only Voltorbs, but they can't do much to me. And they're a good shiny. Again, we're not really shiny hunting, but if we get them, we get them. Nice. It is good when you actually get the Herba turn up. We'll heal. We're probably already healed, aren't we? Okay. Right, where was it? There's me looking at the map. Where do I go? Where do I go? Which, the ghost one or the ice one? Ghost, I think, would be relatively easy. Yes, I think the ice one might be difficult because I think you really don't get many ice types before the Bombardier. Once you get the Bombardier, it's going to be pretty easy because you can go and get yourself a Cloyster really quickly. You can get the Swinubs about the late teens, early 20s, but you can't get much beforehand, which is why ice is quite difficult. This isn't really going to get me much, is it? But I think you could maybe blag it with a Swinub if you get the right level. I think you can get to about level 15 if you do Kitakami first. But you would have to basically play the game until you get the Kitakami with your starter. It's pretty much the only way to do it. But I don't think you can get an ice, unless you do allow Terra raids, and you could get a Satoddle maybe. And I guess you could get a Shelder out one. So there are little bits of finding ways around it, but they're not quite. That was the biggest challenge in this. I didn't know if I got ice early, I wouldn't really know what to do. And I got ice literally on the level I said it would be acceptable to use. Because as I say, you can't go in the water until you've beaten Bombardier. But you can't get an Lapras early game, sadly. Or, yeah, Lapras is what, level 60 best if you're going to catch it, but that would just walk the game, wouldn't it? Unless you're breeding one you catch, but then that's not really Nuzlocke rules because you'll probably die trying to catch it. That's the frustrating part of the game. Not enough ice types early on. Every other type you can do, just not ice. I think most of this will evolve in like one battle, which is fine. And we may just beat one up, just to see. These are definitely not high enough level for what I need. Dark you can do from the very first area. Because you can go and get the Houndour from the cave you follow the Coridon Maridon through. That's what I did, because I actually got Dark for the bug gym. And we used the Houndour, and you can also get a Poochyena from the beginning of Kitakami if you are doing just Dark. That guarantees you too. You can get Mastiff from just outside of Katie's town, and if you are taking Sprigatito and treating it as a dark type, because it will become a dark type, you've got 4 with relative ease. And then you've also got Nimble quite early on as well. So dark type is pretty easy to do early on. And eventually you can get things like Sneasel in some of the raids. So yeah, I think dark was a much easier one. I don't really know if I will do that yet. It kind of depends how things are with my other challenge, if I'm still interested in it. Like, I know that if it's not very popular, it'll be one that is easily one I can put on the back burner and try something else. But then I can also make it like a community event where I try to encourage everyone to come and shiny hunt certain Pokemon either a week or a month. Challenge Boy from Belgium to another DA shiny hunt once he gets his new account up and running. So it will be a completely fresh one with no shinies on it. And other people, of course. But also depends if ZA is out. If ZA comes out in November, we'll see. Because again, it also depends how ZA plays. Like, we don't know the exact date of ZA. It could be out by then. Yeah, exactly. So we could do both, but it all depends how ZA plays. If ZA isn't playing very Nuzlocke friendly, I'm one of those people that is more skeptical about ZA, if I'm honest. And that's not saying it's a bad game. It's going to be a bad game or anything. I'm worried that it's a bit too small from what they're showing us. That's the only thing I will always say. But for the most part, I'm relatively just gonna get on with it, really. Like, I've still got to get used to Let's Go again, which will probably upset me a lot. I may try some radar hunting in BDSP. I will have to play BDSP for the Arceus. So why not? Because we will be trying to get the shiny Arceus. I have no problems with the basics of Let's Go. Like, I just wish they would let me play it as a controller. That's the only thing I always wish they would let me do, is play it just with a controller. Because I don't like playing with Joy-Cons. And because there's no controller side of it, I get a little bit annoyed. So that's the main reason why I've never actually completed it comedically. Oh, I don't have one of them either. That's the problem. I'm not going to buy another piece of equipment to play one. Now, I don't mind. I can accept it a little bit in handheld mode. Only if it's new, though. I'm not too worried about getting another Mew, to be honest. I've got a few over the years. If I really want to push myself to get the Mew, I will just keep playing BDSP and get a free Mew. Because you only got to get to like the second town and you get a free Mew and Jirachi, don't you? So no worries, Dragon. Hopefully everything is still working. Now at least. Yeah, because when you connect to BDSP, you basically just get a free Mew and Jirachi every time you play it. So I'm not too worried. Nice. So what's the hunt that you were going for then? You were going for the graveyard, weren't you, or the houndstone? Was that the shiny you got? Nice. Let's get that second big boy. Well, you don't want the second Hariyama though. You want your second Makahita, or your first Makahita, don't you? And the other question is, do you think we will actually get a shiny in this run? Oh, Holucha. I got one of them the other day, actually. My first ever Holucha. And it's a shiny that stands out so far away. It's lovely. Any shiny that sticks out is worth hunting. Talking to you, Tandermouse. You're horrible. You don't deserve to be shiny. This one would have been quite fun to get water absorb on, I will say. How much? That was an elephant, that was why it's worth more. We're just going to sort of beat these up now, I think. We'll be fine. Can't really do too much to me, like even self-destruct bounces off me. Okay, and shift whiff doesn't hurt me much. Okay, that did more. Oh no, it's got static. Of course it's got static. Maybe we won't use that move. Right. Actually have to heal. Nope, we want some items. Did not know that this had that move. Right, probably picked up a load of these, haven't I? Surely, yeah. Right, we'll face the elephant then. The elephant was easy to beat. But we know that this is going to take a while to get like the 40... Was it? Another 20 levels on most of this team. Oh dear. Oh, they're the worst. Was that more a recoil move or burn or something? I had that with a Tauros in here. And it was devastating. Yeah, there's a Terra Tauros in this game, isn't there? And I didn't realise it was shiny, just went into battle with it. Wasn't sure if it was shiny. Did the thing to damage it to break the Terra with a Talonflame, and then it used a recoil move and burnt itself and died. I just sat there going, what? So I wasn't overly impressed. Mudslap's the rubbish one, isn't it? Okay. There we go. So they're all evolved now, I think. Oh no, I think the Broodal still needs to evolve. Yeah, it's difficult though. If you you wouldn't expect Altaria to have a recoil move, to be honest. It's just bad luck sometimes. I've got to the stage where, as I say, I've got my setup is Breloom, Spore, and False Swipe, and I just spam that whatever I'm doing. I don't worry about anything else. It's just spam those two moves, and I usually win. Fair enough. Again, I haven't really used Altaria much. It's probably because I see it in the DAs and it has like all the fancy moves like Cotton Down and Flamethrower and Dazzling Gleam and stuff. In my head, I just see them having karma moves, shall we say. It's even better facing Voltorbs because they just kill themselves. Right. So that is good. But the only thing that's going to be different is I'm not getting the second version of Let's Go. I'm just sticking to the one I've got, and that's the only one I'm going to play. Different with Skull and Violet. I would play both. I don't really mind. Same with Sword and Shield. And the other side of ZA is I wonder if there will be anything to do online. Because like they put quite a big emphasis on the battling from what I've seen. Oh yeah, that's my team normally is Breloom and Golduck. Because Golduck has damp. You can use Quagsire, I guess, as well, because at least you'll be immune to the electric moves. Nice. I know there is a cave that's very helpful for that, but I can't remember exactly where it is. Dragon was there the other day, if I'm not mistaken. Right, we'll do one more, then we'll just have to knock them out. No, we might have to put Golem in the team or something. Might do Golem for a while. Be something different, won't it? Okay, that's an interesting place for it. I don't think I've actually ever been back down there since. I know there's like a little cave I didn't touch. Probably should have done more. But that sounds about right. There's so many weird little caves in there. Who wants this? We've just said you're not learning this. Why are you so determined? There we go, our Shroodle has evolved. This could be our big friend for this Graphite. Never used it, but I know it has a great ability. I'm still not 100% sure which one we go with. What do you want to learn? I didn't see what move you wanted to learn. Doodle. The user captures a very essence of the target in Sketch. Changes ability to the user and its alloy. Interesting. That could be very helpful against the Pokemon. Gibble's quite a common one. I think there's also a cave in the Paradise Barrens that works quite nicely for it. I'm pretty sure that's where I went once. Or twice. Right. Health. I think we need some health here. I thought that was a Pokemon for a minute. It's just a bush. Never mind. But we will also... I'm kind of looking forward to going back to Legends Arceus again. I know I completely burnt myself out on the Burmy hunt. But it would be nice to go back on there for a while. Do a little bit of shiny hunting. But again, deck completion is going to be the biggest challenge in that game. We will be doing that from scratch to get the shiny charm. You've got to do some work to sort out my previous shiny dexes, like take everything out of the games that they're in, put them in. I know like my Violet save has so many things I need to evolve where I've got multiple duplicates, but then because I'm building a second shiny dex, I'm not too desperate to do them, and I could let people have the unevolved so they can do what they want with them. But that's kind of, as we said, the main goal for everything we're trying to achieve. It may be something that's sort of put into Discord as well. Is that the blue one? No. We don't really want to find a shiny one. This was actually one of the Pokemon I found on my Soul Link shiny. Quite funnily enough. How are we doing for levels? Not great, to be honest. I know we can go to some places and get higher level Pokemon, don't worry. My feeling is I might go and try and catch myself a Satoddle, just to knock off the ice types. Right, we're going to leave and go and heal up. I think that'll do, and we'll go and face stuff that's a bit higher level. We've got to be careful because I don't have too many types, but I could use my Skeledirge there. I will lose it, yes, if it dies. And we have a few in our death box already, sadly. These are the ones we've lost, these 7 so far. We lost Sumo to Cloth, Timon to Brassius. Pretty much had to sacrifice it because I couldn't beat the Pseudo Wudo otherwise. We lost Kickball to the Bombardier, Freds to Iona. This was a random encounter that went wrong. I was trying to just level up and Heracross had counter. I didn't realise it had counter. Brandon was lost to Mela. I misread its ability. I thought it was Flash Fire. And we lost Bramble or Walkies, the Bramblegast, to... We actually lost it in the Nemona battle after Larry. So it was a difficult battle anyway. Just because it's straight after... yeah, straight after Larry, which we beat Larry without a problem, but that's what got us, stung us in the tail at the end, sadly. So we've not really lost too many in battles recently. The last few we've gone deathless until, well, the bosses we've gone deathless. Considering we did the Atticus, Larry, and I think the one before it was completely deathless. It's just the early ones, because you don't get anything that really hits hard. And because it doesn't hit hard, we kind of went backwards with it, sadly. I'm going to be honest, I will be very, very disappointed if we don't get at least one battle done. I really wanted to get at least one done today. Granted, I knew it was going to be a hard battle to prepare for it, but... Right, I think we just go and... we will get rid of Clodsar for a while. You're too low a level. We're going to bring Skeledirge back, you know. We're going to have to. Or Annihilate. No, because we want this for the ice Pokemon, don't we? Yeah, that'll be fine. Can we buy Quick Balls yet? We got Luxury Balls, but not Quick Balls. Great. Okay. No, we don't need to spend on them. We'll get some Ultras, I guess. Yeah, that'll do for now. This should be good enough. We will do these encounters. We want the ice types, really. We're going to have to commit to ice. Well, we want one ice type. We've already tried for Fliddle and we knocked it out. See, that's what I think. I'm just going to go for Sotoro. I think this will be our best bet. We'll just throw an Ultra Ball at it. Lovely. Easy does. Let's just take that off here. We will probably do... Oh, no, we don't need to do the next one, do we? Right. Where's this? That's here. That is done. Right. Anyone got a name for a Sotoro? Right. And we will probably do the mountain one, you know, because we're going to go up the mountain. Okay, Slushy it is. No, it's going straight into the box because we've used the ice types already. So this is one that will be getting done, leveled up off stream. Okay. You could be scary. But you are only a Sneasel. So which other ice type should we add to the team? We get one more, which I want to use from the mountain as my mounting encounter. Pretty much. But I will leave it open for everyone to pick one, because why not? The only ice types we have at the moment are Swinub and Shell or Cloister. Get the Spiritomb. I could, but it is very high level, isn't it? And does the typing help me? Like, for example, when it comes to the ghost typing, I'm relatively happy with my Skeledirge and what's it called? Skeledirge and Annihilate and Gengar, so I 100% don't need it for ghost typing. When it comes to the dark typing, we could get it for the dark typing, I guess. But again, it is difficult to catch. We'll check what level it is. It's more that I want to just come up here to do a lot of leveling up with the fire type against all the ice. I should be able to eventually. It could be one of my raid battles. I don't know yet. I only get 2 terror raids per badge, and we've done them before this badge already. Again, because we picked Skeledirge, I didn't want to get a second fire ghost type. That was pretty much the only reason why I didn't go for it. Have I gone the wrong way? Probably. I'm trying not to double up the dual typings as well, which is where the challenge comes from, because that would be one of the good ones to go for. But because we also got to remember we don't have many dragons, so a dragon will be much appreciated. Yes, we will do. We will do. Don't worry. I can't. The reason I've not done it yet is because I don't need it at the moment. It's pretty much the only reason why I haven't done it. Right. I usually just follow the path and I'll find a town, won't I? So, what do we have? And again, let's make sure we don't do any encounters we don't want. But the goal is to get to the town first, and then we'll work our way around, so we can save at the ghost town. Whatever it's called. I did pick a snowstorm to come up this way, which was fun and clever, of course. But there's a lot of types up here that or a lot of ones up here that we have not encountered yet. So there would be a lot of things we could be forced to catch. That's a normal one. The shadow made that look shiny for a minute. I've probably come the wrong way up this mountain, haven't I? Knowing my way, my luck. Whoa, whoa. Calm down, dearlings. No. Oh yeah, we found the ice gem. Don't want that one yet. That's too high a level. But we might as well save the point. I've definitely gone the wrong way. The best way is generally to be watching. The subs get an extra boost on top, but that's about it really. Like, I could do predictions but I haven't really set any up yet, to be honest. Like, most of the time when we do the next set of stuff, we may do stuff like that, but That's the only other way to get more is through subs and stuff. Because I think subs get 2 or 1, either a 1.2 or a 2 times bonus on them. I'm trying to get here. No, I've gone completely the wrong way, I think. No, this is right. I know, like, what I could do is sort of like, will I lose? Okay. All the things to run into, it's a ghost type. That's not good. And that's kind of annoying. Now that's my encounter here. So anybody got a nickname for a graveyard? Or a houndstone eventually? Oh, that's a really annoying one to run into. That's why I hate going to places I haven't been to. Grave the gravy. Here, this will do. This will work. This will fit. No, it won't. Not quite. Let's go with this. This fits. Just. Right, that can go straight in the box. The one good thing is it means I can now battle everything for more XP. The only reason I came up here is because I knew I could do a lot of damage. Okay, that's good. These two both have already been completely covered. Ice was the Dark Gem, Ghost we did last time, so these are the only Pokemon that we will still be using at some point, or could still use at some point. As we said, we can now battle everything up here. Like Skeledirge can go well over leveled, it's not a problem, because, well, we've used Fire and Ghost already. So that's fine, don't have too many problems with that. That's kind of my little rule, like that's why we have that little box. I don't think I can quite do the area I want to get to yet, which is probably further around here. Okay, another one of you. You are a pain. It's probably easier to see on that screen, isn't it? And it survived. Crunch, that's going to hurt, isn't it? Okay, not as much as I thought. That's okay. We have Bite. Just to finish it off. And as I said, the idea will be to get to the Ghost Gym area now. Then we'll work out the movesets for what we've got. As we said, we've got 5, but we can only take 4 in. So we have to do a little bit of planning. But that's part of what I wanted in this challenge. Something to be difficult but not hard. Yeah, this is right. I remember the path. At last. Amazingly, we still have not seen a shiny on this run. I know we haven't really hunted for shinies, which is kind of the reason why. But even every time I've played this game, I seem to just run around and find one. But I just want to unlock this area and save it and then go and do a little bit of training. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realise I'd gone that quiet. We are not in danger. I just thought it was... Where does the best ground type Pokemon spawn? Which is the best ground type Pokemon? That's the better question. And welcome in, Mark. Yeah, it's just I'm sort of trying to concentrate at the same time because I didn't want to get that encounter. And annoyingly, I got the encounter I didn't want. No, we're not scared. We're just a bit pissed off I got the Skeledirge. And this area of the map is really hard to see anything in. I hate travelling around it. And see, that's completely invisible on the screen I'm playing on, which is a bit annoying for me. But we'll try to be a little bit louder. We're just trying to think of our team here. I'm trying to do too much. That involves a lot of modding and stuff if you want to do that stuff, and it's very complicated, very dangerous, and also depends on which Switch you have. Not advised unless you're completely comfortable doing any of it. So there's that. So just be very careful if you even consider it. But Google is your answer, but you shouldn't do it or they won't pay if it breaks, because you can brick it if you do it wrong. That's the key thing to know. And it's a bit different than a 3DS one, because if you're doing it with the 3DS, you're already not needing it as new. But if you did it with a current console, you will be very pissed off. So I wouldn't even suggest trying unless you're fully comfortable doing it and fully understand what you're doing. So, but that is the only way to do it, because it's all about dumping save files, which they don't really want you doing either. So there's that. So it's a lot of manipulation in the game. It's very, very dangerous for, like, it's even bad just doing it on the older games at the moment. So just be very cautious. I also do think it will only work on certain Switch models. So, and it's pretty much like the first generation of Switches that it works on. But I could be wrong, but I've never really investigated it myself. Probably won't ever do it myself. A Gardevoir? Did not know that turned up down here. And a Frostlass. Look at what we could have had, but we get a Houndstone. Man, game hates us. Oh, no, we don't want to find another one yet. We might as well just go and unlock the other area. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, it's one of those that you just don't really want to mess around with, sadly. I know how fun randomizers will be, but if you do break your Switch, you will be very annoyed. Let's put it that way. If you break your 3DS, you'll be annoyed, but it's a lot simpler on the 3DS. So that's my advice to you. I know, like, I've seen people doing, like, randomizer Nuzlocke on this, Legends Arceus and stuff, and they're all fun. Don't get me wrong, but it depends how much you really care about the copy of the game and your actual Switch to whether you want to. Because there's a lot of patience involved with setting it all up as well. What level are you lot here? 44. I don't really want to mess with this lot, do I? This is where I would come and do the Blissey grinding if we got around to it. But it's a little way away from there, sadly. So we will come back. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. And they're already talking about, there's meant to be rumours around that they're going to put something in that if you do mess with it, they can brick it from a distance now. So there is that to be cautious of as well. And that's kind of why they're doing the new game models, like the game key, rather than it being on the actual chip. It's kind of the main design behind it. Right, let's get out of this area just for now. We can't quite do this area. If we run into something, it will hurt us. See, but we can beat everything with this mode, which is nice. No, we've got one of them, so it's not the worst if that attacks me. But I think I'd rather get a bit further back up here. Stay in the safe zone while we do the little chapters of the game. Golducks, I can't fly yet, can I? Nearly went to jump across there, but I forgot I can't fly. Haven't unlocked that yet. It's been a while since we played the game without all of the unlocks on Coridon. Delibird. The amount we're going to probably cruise up and down here to level up, we might actually run into a shiny. I do know what Satoddle looks like, at least shiny. We dealt with many of those over the years because they had the Satoddle event. I also don't know if you saw that there's like a bug special event coming up this weekend, I guess, with Tarantula, Spinarak, and Venonat, isn't it? So you should be able to tick them off your lists without any extra bits and bobs needed. So that'll be good. I've got one tarantula, but again, we're not really going to do too much over the top shiny hunting for a couple more weeks. We want to focus on this for a while. We said that a Skeledirge can go right up to like level 60, it's not a problem, because it won't get used again until the Elite Four. It may be a bit lower, but it won't go that high, trust me. We will be stopping when we get close to the level that we need to be at. I'm lost again. We just literally gone round in a big circle, haven't we? I do get lost in this cave quite a lot, I'm not going to lie. I'm not the biggest fan of this area of the map. If I'm honest, it is so easy to get lost. See, look, I always think these are shiny, but they're not. Yeah, you will get some that are longer than others. You've definitely had some very, very nice luck recently, shall we say, with just how quick some of them have come for you. Right. Even with like the max shiny charm, max everything, I have horrible sessions too, so it's just something that, it's one of those that we were talking about it a little bit last time, is if you think back to what the original shiny hunt odds were, like 1 in 8,000, and now you can probably see about 400 here, just on the map really quickly, and you usually will find a shiny in those 400. So there's that as well, you just got to take that into account. So yeah, that's the main reason why we are doing what we're doing. We're trying a different mode and different shiny hunting concepts. But we'll work through it. Like, that a shiny bronzer? No. Yeah, that's a not That's not shiny, is it? Yeah, it is. That a shiny? That's a shiny. That's my shiny. Nice. We knew we would find a shiny eventually. Right. Don't really have anything to catch it with, but we'll just hope it stays in the luxury bowl. It can't really do much to me, I don't think. Yeah. But I can't do much to it. I don't. I do get to get something new. It's just trying to figure out how to catch it, because I didn't really put a team together for this. There we go. So there's our first shiny of the run. Anybody want to think of a fun nickname for our first shiny? Of all of the ones to get. The comedy of this was my first shiny on my first ever run was also a steel type. Okay, we'll go with Big Ben. I did just literally say we might find a shiny on this hill. And there it is. Does it have a mark? Shall we see? Did we catch a mark shiny? Do you want to do nature guesses? I've never really been someone who really cares that much about natures. But nature guess, anyone? Let's just see. Does it have any fun moves? Heat proof. That's not too bad, actually. So we have quirky and quiet. It is a rash one. I should have said that when we saw it had the bad ability. I much prefer levitate on my Bronzors. But that actually can be used a lot soon, because we still haven't done Steel or Psychic. So that one will be very helpful. Yes. I still can't believe that was the shiny I got of all of the Pokemon. One of the most, ones I've got the most in Legends Arceus I got. But the Steel Terror could come in clutch much later in the game. For example, against the Fairy Gym, if we get Steel, this could be a very, very good Pokemon to have. But let's carry on with our training. We know we're nearly there. We might just go and heal after that while we're close to here. Because if we do too much, we might lose more. Yeah, I could have got something really, really bad, to be honest. And it kind of makes up for the fact that we got Graveyard as our encounter up here. Just, again, very annoying that that was our encounter up here. I really wanted another ice type, but the thing is I do have Mamoswine technically, a Cloyster, and it's a Titan, so I don't really need an extra ice type at the moment. I've got good coverage. So that is a good thing, I guess. So that just means we can... Oh, what's this? Another one. Another little annoying thing. We saw it didn't really do too much, so we'll just use Torch. There we go. What level does Litleo? Probably will be a Sneasel. That was... Of all of the Pokemon I got naturally in this game, Shiny Sneasel is the most common. And I've also hunted for them in other challenges, so I think Sneasel is the thing I've got the most just naturally playing the game. We want to sort of head back towards the gym town, to be honest. And what's this? And that does help because we were a little bit behind on psychic types. I'm not really sure what to do about the Ruins Pokemon. Do I give myself all four, but make it so I can only use their secondary typing, or one as a dark type? That is an interesting idea. So I could use the grass But I can't just take 4 in if I get the dark type. I could use 1 maybe. Because they are statics. They are a pain to go and do. Right, let's keep going. It's nice that I can actually see. Okay, and then I walk straight into snow. I go, I'm fine, I can see everything. And then there's a snowstorm. Just what I needed. But amazingly, we have done barely 2 hours and we've actually achieved nothing. Right, let's get near the town and focus. We may have found some stuff on the way if I just pick up everything I find, to be honest. The more rubbish I find, the better, I guess. Oh no, this is when I start running into things that I don't want. But it doesn't matter, we've got the encounter. Because we've got the encounter, we are fine. So we'll keep going up the hill and away from all of the snow. It's like being in Canada, isn't it? Let's go up the hill and far away. Dum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Unlucky though on the kibble. I'm sure you'll get it eventually. I'm guessing that's the one you think is the best ground type then. I don't know if you saw that we did actually get ourselves a shiny. We found a bronzong randomly. Moments after saying that we haven't seen one. I hate the ones that purposely run into. Oh yes, there's definitely... I hate the ones that do it by accident. You think, oh, I'm safe, and then you turn around and there's like 3 things running at you. And I'm a bit lost again. Oh yeah, there it is. It's a corner. The one thing I do like about this stage with having Skeledirge is I can just do these battles really easily. As I said, Skeledirge can go to whatever level it wants, as long as it's not like over level 60. No. At least I know what the Deerling Shiny looks like now. I remember the Delibird event, that was fun, back in the day. We saw so many. Oh, Varoom is the worst. 100%. So that means you must be in the desert, or by the Orthworm, I'm guessing. But I'm assuming you're not doing any like shiny encounter sandwich level, just normal, maybe. Let's just beat these up now then. We've got the levels, we can just go after all of these. Question is, what level does Litleo evolve? Is it really that late? Because I think Boy from Belgium's gifted sub ran out as well, sadly for him. I do have to be a little bit careful because of the Mine, East Area 3, yeah. So that's... I called it the desert, but it's not really a desert, is it? It's where you do the Earthworm, isn't it? East Area 3. I always just consider that like a second desert compared to the proper desert. Just because it looks very barren and empty. That's why I name it the second desert. So far this week, I don't really know when the next official day off will be. Because I've been going to the cinema a lot on Wednesdays, but I'm not that interested in watching the Karate Kid movie. So that means we're open for most days of the week. I'm going to just double check. This level is 42. Right. Did we get anything from those raid dens? We got some medium ones, didn't we? You know what? Let's do them on this thing. So I think we'll take... I'm leaning towards ferret and probably gumshoe. I might take the pyro because I'm not really worried if it dies. Hopefully it evolves. Rivalry could work really nicely too. Yeah. Yeah. That's the one I sort of call like a desert, but it's sort of like a mine area, isn't it? So we've got the Mel Pyro. Does these have the genders here? We have. Okay, so this might boost it up a bit. I definitely think we take Pyro. Because Pyro's extremely fast too. And we'll just use these on the chunk. I think we're sort of torn between the others. We'll work out moves a bit later. I don't really want to waste rare candies yet. Oh no, it's a female. How does rivalry work? Same gender. Great, so rivalry is awful too. Nice. Which game are you doing the Fire Nuzlocke in? Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet? Scarlet, okay. So your starting team will be probably the Skeledirge, Talonflame, Houndour, Houndoom, and is that Armarouge in that game? I imagine you'll go for. Oh, I think all types can be easy, but all types can be difficult. It kind of depends on the battle. It's easier for the beginning of the game, yes. But come later in the game, like you've got the Titan Dragon, which can be difficult to beat. Well, that's the thing, like, because you will have to technically use all the typings, you're going to struggle with some. And maybe they are doing every type, just one at a time. That's the difference. Like, if you're going to do all the types, you will have to do them. Sometimes you want to just do the easy type, or easier type. Well, that's the mixture. That's why it's so fun, because it's an individual love of the games. Nobody is really wrong with which types they pick. Is that a normal Sneasel? Or is that actually a shiny Sneasel as well? I don't really want to fight it yet if it's normal. It looks normal. Can you come down here, Skeledirge, please, and help? It was normal, okay. It looked very light. Well, again, it's your choice for a Nuzlocke, what you want to do. Is if it was 2 players, it's different. Why can't you use Talonflame? Just out of interesting. Just out of interest. Or are you trying to ban certain types, certain Pokemon yourself? But if you were doing a Soul Link, I could understand like trying to negotiate some rules to ban starters or something. But just to, and if it's your Nuzlocke, do it your way. Okay, that's what I mean. It's oh, so you're not even catching it until it is a fire type, basically. What, the Skeledirge or the Legend? Ah, no, Sneasel, go away. Okay, are you going to leave it on the squad to get XP and everything? though. Because it evolves at, what, level 15-ish, maybe? I think. It's a pretty low-level evolution, isn't it? It is probably one of my favourite. Like, I do like all of the early root birds, so... But what should we help name a Talonflame, everybody? Or an eventual Talonflame? I know, like, the simple name would be something like Robin, because it is technically a Robin at the moment. But it will become a Phoenix. So that seems like you've got a couple of names: Robin, Phoenix, Fried. So you've already started the game as well. It takes me like an hour to get through to the first catches because I'm so lazy. I don't mind Skeledirge getting completely over leveled because it won't get used again until the Elite Four, which is about level 50 or something. No, level 60. Where have you gone now? Come back and beat up this one. This is not shiny. I know that for a fact. You are not shiny. I can't believe we've nearly done it. We've nearly made it. The next question is, do we use this team for the double battles before to test a few strats? Nice. I used Talonflame on my first run through in this game because I had never played X and Y properly, so I never really got to use it. I thought it was new. What's wrong now, Skeledirge? That's not shiny. Don't tell me that's shiny. It's not shiny. There. And that's what I find really enjoyable when I came back. It's being able to use the new Pokemon to me, not just to the game. So even though I did use mostly new Pokemon elsewhere, Talonflame was the only one that was an old Pokemon joining the team. Because I think my main team was Pawmot, Quaquaval. What else did we use? I used Baxcalibur actually. That was definitely one I used. I know I got that quite late because I got the Terra one. And Talonflame obviously. I don't think I used any. I probably should have used like Wattrel or something, but I had like a good coverage for most of the Pokemon. Right. So we're nearly there. We will get this ghost gym done. That might actually be it today. Nice name. It's only recently I ever really started nicknaming Pokemon, to be honest. I've never really been someone who used to do it. I used to like to know what the real name was. And again, coming from like Gen 1 and 2, it was a lot harder to keep re-nicknaming everything than it is now. Like, on that one save, you can change the nickname like every 30 minutes or something. So that's a good thing to have. So Noodle is going to be level 41. We'll stop at level 41 just because. Why not? 42 is the official level cap for the next battle, but what is wrong with you? Come here. Skeledirge is being annoying again. I know that I would probably be better off to actually battle now. I just want to get that one up to the next level and then stop. Right. Come back. Come back. Come back. Right. Nope. You can tell it's getting very laggy in the mountain area, can't you? Right, we'll put this along the bottom. We're going to put this in the team. Just because it would be good to get a couple of levels on it. Again, we're only doing this for levels now. It doesn't really matter what we put on the team. They're all going to be helpful later in the game. See if I could get a stronger physical move on my Skeledirge. I could just go and beat up the Chanseys and Blissies, but I can't at the moment. Like, we're just looking at the amount we're doing. We should be fine.
This drink, I like it.
Okay, well, thank you for the hydrate. But do you think we should do the Wheel of Destiny at the end of this stream or the beginning of the next one? We jumped at the opportunity to be able to do it before today. You have to have affiliate to do all of that stuff. I don't know. Do you have affiliate to do all of that or not? If you don't have affiliate, you can't do channel points and all of that. Let's just hit this a minute. Yes, that makes sense. So when you do streaming at the start, you basically are only streaming. There's nothing. You've got to reach certain targets. So you need to have 50 followers, stream for, I think it's at least 30 hours in 30 days. I think it's something like that. You need to have an average viewership of at least 3. And there was something else, but the last one was a little bit easier to do. It may be streaming on different days of the week, maybe 5 different days. And once you hit all of those targets, you get invited into something called the affiliate program, which is where you can start doing channel points, subs and all of that, and you get ads. The Hound Hour is basically, go back to the Inlet Grotto. You won't be able to do this until you have your Miraidon Coridon. That's the only thing. Yeah, that's the one. I knew it was something along those lines. Yeah, so once you get your ride Pokemon, you can go back to the Inlet Grotto and you can actually catch a Houndoom or Houndour. But you won't be able to get one until you've done it. Basically. That helps. Look, they're getting there. We're nearly at level 42. We'll go to 41, because then we'll use the normal team for the test ones as such that you've got to do. $41. No, it's only 43 we need to get to. Like, it doesn't matter with Skeledirge. Skeledirge can't be used for anything else until the Elite Four, because we've done Fire and Ghost. That's why I'm not worried that it's over leveling. I need to over level it, because I've done Fire and Ghost already. We had, because we're doing a different type per gym, we've already done Fire and Ghost. So Skeledirge won't get rolled until the Elite Four again. But I need to level them all up. All of the ones that are still alive will need to be leveled up to... I think we said it was... We're going to go to Gita's level. So Gita's ace is level 62. So that's like how far we can go. We have done 5 gyms, 3 Titans and Team Star bases so far. After this we'll have 2 of each left. So that's not too bad. We did do that, but because I don't get the high rated raid dens, I'm just not getting much out of them. Like, we've tried it on the last time we did this. Like, me and Dragon were going through them all, and I was getting maybe 3 or 4 XP candies at best. And by the time you travel to each one, it just wasn't worth the time to get to each one, just to get maybe 3 candies. And then some could be 1 or 2 star as well, which is even more pointless in a weird way. And the fact that we found a shiny has been nice, which we weren't expecting, let's be honest. So that's why I'm quite happy just to run around, and if we find another shiny, we get another shiny. It's no, like, imagine if we were doing this on the basic game where you had to level everything up one at a time, we would be going crazy. And that's why this is the one side of the TypeLocke that is difficult, because it is a lot of just grinding the team up. But as soon as I can do the North Area 3, which has a level cap... Nope, wrong one. I'm going to keep that one up. Okay, that's sneeze. Okay, you're fine. What is North Area 3? So North Area 3 is 43 to 50. So once I've done that one, I can just go and put on a normal type sandwich and beat up Blissies to level everyone up. So that'll be a lot easier. But if you are looking to do everything to get the affiliate program, it is a lot of work. You will find it slow at the beginning, but it's worth it with the effort you put in. The best thing to do is find communities, because then they can follow you and be a viewer when you're doing stuff, even if they're just sort of lurking. It helps with the numbers you need to target, pretty much. So that's what that's the best way. As in, you can ride the Coridon. You have to be able to ride it down there. We'll just put the hoot hoot. We're going to do some flying stuff soon. And pretty much after you've done the talking through all of the school stuff, you've got to literally go through all of the boring school stuff before you can ride it. Because you can start riding it as soon as you finish the school stuff. Yes, I was very lucky that I had legitimately just started the challenge, or my first challenge, as I wanted to record my challenge, so I thought I would stream it as well. There wasn't really a goal to 100% reach the top, like get the affiliate. It was like, I'm going to be recording and cutting up the footage anyway, so why not stream it? And I bumped into someone else who was doing it, and one thing led to another, and I had 3 communities that came along to support. Once you hit the 50, you can even drop the games you were playing to get there, because you can't lose it. Or try riskier games, hence why we tried the new Pokemon Snap. We tried a Let's Play run through of BDSP. But I prefer, personally, as somebody who is doing the streaming, to have everything feel like I'm doing some form of challenge. If I just shiny hunt, I don't feel like I enjoy it. If I'm working towards something to shiny hunt, then it's different. But if it's just I'm going to shiny hunt, I don't enjoy being the one streaming it. I'm quite happy to watch people do it like their own way, but I prefer to have that element of a challenge behind whatever I'm doing. I used to just do like month-long challenges, but I think we're moving to a very long-term one that can have like monthly updates. They can have clips, they can have all sorts. We'll have reacts to shinies, trolls, fails. We'll have like the works. That's the point of the next challenge. But we will be doing a little bit of Mario Kart World, when the Switch 2 comes out. Again, it depends how well we do with it. If it goes well and we're quite popular, we'll keep it on the calendar a couple of days a week. But I'm not going to only do Mario Kart. But the key thing is I just want to sort of play the games with people. Enjoy them with everyone. So what I could do is, once I set up my main save for Scarlet, no, for Violet, I don't think it'll work with Scarlet, is when I'm doing the speed run through this game, I could actually go and unlock the barbecue bit quite early, and I could stream with a union circle up and help everyone else who wants to get more barbecue points can go and do whatever they want to do in the blueberry, but we both benefit from it. I don't know if that is something you would be interested in, Dragon, or not. It's something I'm thinking of maybe doing. You know, in the Blueberry Academy, when you've got to do certain tasks, like silly little tasks like take a photo or catch something or use a terror, beat a terror or something like that. Yeah, those things. So you can do that with a group of 4 people in a union circle. But as you mentioned, you don't have the NSO, so I don't think you can do it. But what I mean, the best way to do it is to actually find 4, well, you can do it 2 or 3, but you can do it with 4 people. Glacian, I haven't seen one of them. And you sort of just, you get everyone else's challenges. So instead of it being you grinding out just yours, you can sort of do your friends and vice versa. We have been talking about doing it, to be honest. I guess it would also depend on what your outbreaks in the area are as well. Because if you get some fun outbreaks, you could do the outbreaks in the Blueberry Academy, and even if you're doing knockouts and catching them, it might give us a tiny bit of points. But I'm not saying go and just do the challenges only. You can still just do what you want to do over there. But this is something there that it would give you 6 things instead of just the 3 when you're doing it on your own. I know the grind is horrendous. He will eventually, don't worry. He's got plenty of time. He's only been playing it for a few months. So it's not like me who's had it for like 2 years and is still sort of going through them again. Don't worry about it. Everyone will get to different stages. Exactly, only a month. And the plan has always been to shiny hunt the whole decks before doing anything else really, which can take a little bit longer. So no shiny charm. Yeah, so there's like no shiny charm in that save at the moment because he's only catching things for a living dex, and that's the only plan to do it that way. So don't worry, it will get done. He's enjoying the game instead of rushing through it. Right, they should be fine against this, right? So what are we at? We are at... The annoying thing is, so, wait, let's have a look a minute. We've got Fix It Felix up. No, we haven't. We got Big Ange up. So I need 2 more levels on these 2, really. And we're good to go. Well, only one of them, but I probably would rather it be the Gumshoe, I think. Probably not going to... What is... Lingering Aroma? What the hell is that ability? Okay, that might work. Got good defense, hasn't it? Or better special defense. Might be better than Gumshoe. We'll see. As I said, we want to get these last 2 levels and then we'll do it. Yeah, that's the good thing with these games. It's people can play them the way they enjoy them. There's no wrong way to play the games. There's modes you prefer, and there's modes they prefer. Just let everyone just enjoy their ride and see what happens. So what I'm thinking is, I might take I'll take a full team of normal Pokemon into the trial as such, just to get some levels, and then I'll make my final decision. Because I think everything's at level 40 now. Well, as good as. Let's get up here. As we said, the training bit is the boring bit. And that's all we've done so far today. Yeah, Gumshoe will get to the next level with the next battle. I just want to have the guide, because I'm also a bit lazy. I literally copied down all of the trainers for my own personal guide for this game. Right. We'll put you in there. I do have to remember this is fully double battle, and you can go in there because you're not being used. You can go there. Right, let's see what moves we learn. This is the big thing. Again, there's no point in having a lot of these. Okay, you really don't have a good moveset, do you? You have Dig, which is not much help at all. And this. We can teach you that. Over Tail Whip. What have we got? Special, Icy Wind, Shadow Sneak won't hit, and the Light Screen physical hit, and physical Ghost move. So it can only really use Slash on this. So we could try a bit of work up, which increases my attack. We could try to set this up, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. Because as we said, only the Mimikyu can hit me. Oh, Icy Wind can hit me, but shouldn't do too much to me. Right, you could be very important. I don't know if Endeavour works on ghosts. You don't learn anything either. But you do also have the potential of Crunch. Let's check you. You should learn Crunch, right? Yes. You're going to be very important then. I'll put Crunch in place of Tackle just in case there's some form of torment that can haunt me somewhere here. And Payback could be good because we'll probably be slower. So we'll put that in place of Bite. Probably should keep Bite, to be honest. You're not going to be used, so we don't need to worry too much about you. So Poison Jab, Flatter, Switcheroo, Acid Spray. We got somebody who learns Acid Spray. Substitute could be kind of good, actually. A Slash is pointless. U-turn is not great if I'm going to sub. Be honest with that. We got Poison Jab, which is stronger than Poison Fang. So we'll get rid of Poison Fang. That's right, we don't really want U-turn, do we? It learns Dark moves, but none of them are attacking. I could give it like Switcheroo, but it's not going to do too much. And Taunt. If Mimikyu's fast, actually it's going to be. We could stop Mimikyu putting the light screen up, but that's about it. Nothing else is too much to worry about. So yeah, the thing that's going to help us a lot is actually Hyper Voice can hit, can't it? The Toxtricity is kind of scary. Not going to lie. We could try a bit of Acid Spray, but we're not really special anywhere. That might have to do. We have Sucker Punch. That's going to be big. In place of probably Scratch. Again, none of these moves are that important, are they? We don't need any of them. We have Follow Me and Coil. So we could set this up as well. Physical. Oh, it'd be good against the Houndstone, but bad against the Toxtricity. We'll get rid of this. Because actually this could work. We could build up the attack and then do Sucker Punch on the Toxtricity. Congratulations on the second Makahita. What TMs can you learn? We have Trick, but again, it's not really much help. Terror Blast. We have Terror Blasts. Dragon. Poison. Poison. Fire. Normal. Right. So I am looking at probably you. Oh, we'll get this right. That sounds about right for our luck, doesn't it? Probably going to go for you two to start with. That's my main two for these battles. Like, we've got a Shuppet and a Graveyard. Should be fine against them. Then a Haunter and a Mischievous. And Saberlight and Drifloon. Like, I think we'll be fine. And we're just taking you for levels pretty much. So we said this is not great, but we could probably do some shenanigans against the Mimikyu. And yeah, so we want to coil and work up first two moves. Maybe Sand Attack as well. Ruin their accuracy. But if we can stall out a couple of the moves, we'll be alright. We'll sort out berries in a bit, but let's go and do this battle. Like, we've been a lot longer than we thought we would be today preparing for this. But I think we're good. We are good now. So, wish me luck. And... nice. Now your Azumarill will be very good. Is it a huge power one, or is it Sap Sipper? Or are you just going to have your ability patched in already? A lucky egg, okay. Nice. Yeah, so that one will probably be your raid Pokemon going forward. Once you get it to level 100 as well, you'll just be walling most raids. Best item for it is Shell Bell if you're going to belly drum. That's nice. Good luck with that. Better than the Sap Sipper that you get out of the DAs, isn't it? Now you have to catch the baby one. Right. Let's go to the stage. Do we think we win this smoothly? Remember, I will need to take 2 Pokemon out of the team when we do the boss battle. I can only go in with 4. So let's just do these 2, well, 3 double battles. They're only 2s, so they shouldn't be too bad. Only the Drifblim hits hard, I think. We got to be also very careful of Aftermath on it though, because that scares you when it hits. But I think it's going to be a bit of setup on the Mimikyu and what's the other Pokemon? The Mimikyu and... So the thing is, if I set up, I can use Sucker Punch once I get the attack really high on the Ferret. Because it doesn't matter how fast I am, I'll always have priority. And on the other side of things, it's going to be slow, but it's just going to have to do. We might even swap that one out. Thank you, Mr. Boy from Belgium. Are you here to tell me how bad my strategy is? I can't believe it's been like 2.5 hours and all I've done is leveled up my normal team. Oh, and I put payback on one. Actually, I'll put payback on the one that's going to be slow. Yeah, so I usually, whenever I do double battles, I tend to double down on one and then work around that. What does roleplay do? Okay, that's alright now. I can't believe I'm using early root rodents to try and beat the 5th gym. That's my plan. Oh yeah, we get the boosts in this as well, I forgot. They just make it so it's really easy for you. And that's on Platinum or Crystal. I forget which one you're on, because you've sort of been playing both, haven't you? Crystal, okay. At least you've got the speedrun strat down now. I swear the old speedrun strat was just for Alligator and Rage. Because Rage was broken in Gen 2 on so many levels. Yeah, I think the Sucker Punch and Payback is going to become clutch for this battle. So that might be something we look at. But you know us, we have the ability to mess these runs up. No picnic, and yes. Yes, and that should work. We will do Sucker Punch again and Crunch on you, because you could be a bit more annoying, but you're setting up, of course you are. Curse? Uh-oh. Does Curse hurt me? Okay. Well, I should have gone for that one, shouldn't I? That's a strange decision. Pain splits. Okay, so that's done. And hopefully, as I say, you will get your Azumarill with the right moveset, and then you can move on to your next hunts. And you'll have much better Gimons for the Terror Raid dens. That's the key thing, isn't it? Like, the only thing I wish I could help you do, but I know you prefer to only do the shiny hunts, is I wish we could help you get the Iron Hands, because that's like pretty much one of the best Pokemon for all of them. Okay, so it killed itself. That's interesting. Thanks for that. But I'm guessing with all the rage you're doing, you're getting a lot of candies. But then there's also me looking back at the game. Like, when I started trying to shiny hunt, I had all the items in the world, so I could just basically spam rare candies and stuff just to level it up really easily. There's that as well. So my plan here will actually to not go for the Drifblim. I'm going to let the Drifblim do its thing. Okay. Because you can do, when you're in this town, that's where you get all your perfect stats and everything as well, which is really important. And I did get healed, right? Yes. Right. You know what? We're going to risk this on this because it might attack. And we will crunch on you. Okay, it did attack. That's good. Sableye is a little bit more difficult because I know this bulks up, so I hate dealing with it. What move did it decide to use, the Sableye, though? No. Okay, that's fine. Lowered its defense. Power Gem. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest. And we will Sucker Punch that, and we will crunch it as well, because if it does knock it out, we will just crunch the Drifblim. That is the plan, but I expect it's just going to be annoying and bulky and stockpile. Who's trying to learn this? Should have really read. Ooh. Okay, we can do more stalling at the beginning. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to just keep stockpiling, so it'll probably heal itself. It's a defense and attack, but there's 2 points. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those, like, once you get the lineup you want, it's pretty sorted out nicely. Don't worry. Sometimes you want to swap it a little bit depending on what you're facing in the dens, but for the most part you're fine. To be honest, like, okay, it's gonna probably heal itself because it's annoying. This is a very annoying battle, isn't it? The stockpile. But now its defense is dropped. I might knock it out, but I might die to Aftermath. It's kind of scary. I got a crit. That's not good. Okay, I am fine. That would have been a terrible way to lose something. I will say it's quite nice that we did get a type match that's not strong but not weak and has an immunity. Fair enough, that's a good set. Superpower slightly scary for terror raids, but I guess it also depends on what you're facing. But for the most part, should be pretty comfortable. Right, so we've done this. Now we go into the main battle. I do need to just look at what moves we've got to face. So we have the Bayonet, which has Icy Wind, Sucker Punch, and Shadow Sneak. We have the Mimikyu that has Light Screen, Shadow Sneak, and Slash to start things off. So I feel relatively comfortable here, if I'm honest. It's the Toxtricity which scares me the most, if I'm honest, because it does hit so hard with Punk Rock, but it can only use Hyper Voice or Discharge. So my plan will probably be to really bulk up the ferret with what have we got? We got physical moves mainly. Right. Let's change the team as well. We got to take the 2 people out. Noctowl is definitely not coming, and I feel like the Chonk is probably the next weakest, but Pyroar isn't much better. I could teach Pyroar Crunch. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can teach it Crunch. And it is fast. Good Noble Roar as well, early on. Well, you know, we'll teach it Crunch. Yeah, no, this can come with me. The Chonk's going to have to be the one that gets left behind, I think. Like, this has some shenanigans I can do with it. It's just you don't have anything of any value, LeChonk. I'm not gonna lie, for this battle. Let's be honest. We're not saying it's a bad Pokemon. This can do a bit of work up, a bit of Sand Attack, which could help. And as we said, Amnesia, Coil, then Sucker Punch, and we should be fine. We've got Crunch, work up on this, and as we said, we got a Sub and Doodle. We could change some of the abilities around. Poison Jab for the Mimikyu if things go really badly. But we also have a U-turn, so we have movement. So, because remember, we don't get to swap in this match. Right, I need to go and give Ferret leftovers, I think. That will be the best one for Ferret. What else do we have here? Don't really have many items that are good, if I'm honest. We have physical moves. Maybe we give this to Yangoose. What else do we have? Focus Sash, maybe. We'll just do it just in case something goes really wrong with Pyro. Right, that's the team. We need to go and heal quickly, so I don't know if it does it before the battle. That's the only other thing I've got to probably do is I may put what did I say? The Grafii out first, and you doodle on mimic you to get rid of disguise, and then I can U-turn out. But I might do that first, actually, just U-turn straight out. But because this has less setting up to do, so yeah, we're gonna go with this. And then yeah, we'll U-turn because then we can break the disguise, and then we'll be good. If it gets hit, it'll get hit. It's not going to be used much. Right, so we are now ready for this battle. Right, yes. I'm slightly nervous because it is difficult. It is a very white colour. That's what I will say. It's either a very white or a very, very light pink. You will notice it very easily around the others. I was worried myself, but there was an event on and I kept thinking I had missed it, but as soon as you see it, you will spot it. It's one of those shinies where it doesn't sound like it'll be easy to see, but as soon as you do, easy peasy. I think it's in my home, so maybe we can have a little peek at it after this battle. If you haven't found one, that is. But that's a maybe here. Depends how things go. Or I'll just put... it might be better to stay it on the screen, but I'm not going to take it out of home. Yes. What if I click rap battle? Can I get the badge? By just saying rap music's bad. Yeah, it's definitely the pale colour of the two. It's probably people thinking it should be that colour. But again, lighting does a lot of damage to a lot of Pokemon in this game. Okay, there is music. I always put the music much lower because I know it can be loud and it can be annoying if you only want the music on. Right. So as we say, this is probably... Yeah, I want to work on my special defense. On my defense first. So we coil with you. And we're going to doodle you. This is a very strange strategy for this battle, I'm not going to lie. It's weird because I'm one of those people that used to just go all out attack on battles. But I want to just kind of use the sucker punches up. If it wants to use... I missed what didn't work then. That doodle didn't work. That's strange. I thought doodle would work. But anyway, we'll coil again. And we'll U-turn on you then. That was always going to be the plan anyway. Just to break the disguise. And start building up our main team. And it didn't use Sucker Punch, so it's probably going to start Icy Winding. Which is fine. We said this, because then we're going to start Sand attacking actually. Ruin their accuracy, then work up. We do want to do a bit of special for the Toxtricity. I would like to make sure I always use something slightly different per battle. But we both know that that's not going to happen. And we got lefties on that, which was important. I forgot what I put on the gumshoe. Okay, we will go again with the coil. And sand attack. Oh no, they only does one. What does that have? That can hit harder than Icy Wind, I think. Right, Slash is going to hurt more. Yeah, then we're going to work up then. then we get our defense up. So if it is going to use slash, we should take a few more. Okay, it gets a crit, of course. So that's ruined that plan. So Gumshoe may be out of the battle. Right. I was expecting it to take a few more hits than it did. I'm going to be honest. Because I'm not using items, I will have to swap it. The other option is to actually just let it go down. Because again, we've got plenty of backup normal types. Continue to get the Furret going strong. Because Furret is the most important one here. But the better its attack, the better it'll be. Because it's just going to use Sucker Punch basically. We're just going to go Crunch on you. Yeah, I knew I was going to use Sucker Punch. Okay, we knew we were going to struggle there. That crit really messed us up. Okay, that's fine. We should have put Protect on this as well, shouldn't we, just to get the extra health. Right. Now it's not a great spot, but we knew we were going to lose something in this battle. Double battles are always harder when you need to set up and try to stop item use. So what we might try is a bit of a noble roar. Now you know what, I think we're ready to go for this attack now. We're at +4 attack. Oh, they get boosts, do they? Right, we are going to Sucker Punch you. And we're going to Crunch you. Yeah, so we're at +4 on Furret, so I think we should be okay with Sucker Punching everything. And Pyro is pretty fast. I thought that would do a lot more. Oh, it's part Fairy. Against special moves, we're using Sucker Punch, so we're fine. We're just going to target everything that comes in. That is the goal. Because all of them only have attacking moves. So we will always hit it with Sucker Punch. And we'll just let the Mimikyu sit there because it can only really slash us. It's going to hurt, but we've worked with worse, right? So we're going to just double up on this. This should be our best bet. Yes, we one-shot. That's good. The Toxtricity again is the scariest thing that's coming. But this is why we bulked up. We did the coils. So even if I get hit, I should be comfortable. Okay. And I know Toxtricity is fast, but that's why we went with Pyro. Purely because it can move pretty fast. Like, yes, we lost Gumshoe, but we do have Lechonk, and we only need 3 normal types for later. So there is that. That's what we've got to remember. Not everything is about getting the whole team through. If we lose someone, we lose someone. And we'll stick with what we're doing. We don't need to Terror here. We should be fine. Let's see. What are we up to? Nearly, must be over 3 hours now. Oh no, we'll be on 3 hours right at the end of this battle. And we still have Grafii, which I think will be faster than everything else on the field. So I'm relatively comfortable we've won here. Unless a crit really messes up with Mimikyu. But I think I've got the fastest 2 Pokemon on the field. So that is the key factor for this. Let's see, do we win? There we go, Sucker Punch eliminates the first one. And the Mimikyu will now take another crunch. It won't die, but it'll take some damage, which is important. Okay, it did knock it out, so that's good. So that's another successful run. Very nicely done, I think. We squeezed through it, but we could have probably gone with... no, we didn't want to do too much at the beginning. That was the key thing. We needed to break the disguise and basically get Furret to bulk up so Sucker Punch could sweep the team, which it did. And my usual strat for double teams has worked nicely. Now we've probably got to talk to someone again, but we have 6 badges. That means we should get quick balls now, so our encounters will be a lot quicker. We will just put our team members away and spin the wheel to see what our next type will be for probably Wednesday stream. I'm really cutting it a bit fine for having this done by the Switch 2. But we've got less to grind, and we can now go to areas where we can grind up much quicker. Right. So let's get the Wheel of Destiny back first. Anybody want to have a guess on what type we end up getting? The next one is a bit of a split because there's 2 different ones that are the same level cap. Dragon, okay. We've got either the Psychic Gym or the Steel Titan. They're both level 45. So I guess we have a bit of a free reign here that we could pick. I was probably going to go for the Titan next anyway because it's a bit easier. And I hate the Psychic Gym. Right, so we got Dragon and Psychic. This is for the Titan though. The Titan gives us war flying. Okay, that's not actually terrible. So let's have a look at what we've got that we can use. So there's going to be some funky terror action in this stuff, I think. First things first, we'll put the used Pokemon away. The dead Pokemon in the death box. Sorry, Yangoose. You did your thing. These Pyro can't be used again, actually. So that can go in there. So our options are a Staraptor, a Noctowl, a Wingull, a Wattrel, which might not be much help. We got Masquerade, that could be something. Or a Jumpluff. So we got really good options here. I won't put that in. And we've also got a Ducklet that's a rock type, so we don't want to use that. I'm sorry, I'm not using that one. Actually, I could. If I don't terror it, it could work. What moves does the Titan have? So the Titan R face has Knockoff, Stomping Tantrum, Iron Head, and Rapid Spin. So yeah, the flying could work. That's a Dragon Terror, Dark, Fighting. Okay, so we've got a few options. So they're like, this could be really good with the grass moves, and it's a Water Terror. I don't really think I want to use this, but I could just evolve it to get it done quicker. But we've had quite a lot of flying types. So that will be our next session, which will be on Wednesday. So we did well to beat the Ghost Gem pretty comfortably. So we'll be back with the Titan next time.